In the quiet town of Rehoboth, Massachusetts, an unthinkable tragedy has left an entire community reeling. 18-year-old Kylee Monteiro, a young woman with her whole life ahead of her, became the victim of a violent crime that has sent shockwaves across the nation. She was only 11 weeks pregnant when her life was cut short, but in her final moments, she managed to send one last desperate warning. In a text message to her sister, Kylee wrote, "If I die, it was Greg." Those haunting words would later become the key to unraveling the truth behind her disappearance and ultimately lead investigators straight to her killer. Before we go deeper into this heartbreaking story, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll always stay updated on the most gripping real-life cases and breaking crime stories we bring to this channel. Kylee Monteiro's final days. Kylee Monteiro was described by friends and family as a bright and caring young woman who loved deeply and had big dreams for her future. At just 18, she found herself facing one of the most life-changing moments anyone could experience. She was pregnant. The pregnancy was still in its early stages, just 11 weeks along, but Kylee had already begun to imagine a future as a mother. However, behind her hopeful smile, there were signs of tension. Kylee's relationship with her boyfriend, 22-year-old Gregory Groom, was far from stable. While some acquaintances believed the couple was trying to work things out, others noticed a troubling pattern of conflict between them. As the pregnancy progressed, Kylee's loved ones sensed growing unease. Her family later shared that Kylee confided in them about fears that Greg might become violent. Still, no one could have imagined just how far things would spiral. The chilling text message. On a warm August evening in 2025, Kylee sent her sister a message that would soon become central to the investigation. It wasn't a casual update or a routine check-in. Instead, it was a message filled with fear, desperation, and a haunting premonition of what was about to unfold. She wrote, "If I die, it was Greg." This short but powerful statement would later serve as a lifeline for detectives, a breadcrumb left behind by a young woman who seemed to know her life was in danger. The text was both heartbreaking and prophetic. It made clear that Kylee believed her boyfriend was capable of harming her. Hours later, she vanished without a trace. The search for Kylee. When Kylee failed to return home, her family immediately reported her missing. Police in Rehoboth, assisted by state investigators, launched an urgent search. Flyers were distributed, search parties were organized, and the community quickly rallied behind the Monteiro family. The sense of urgency was heightened by the fact that Kylee was pregnant. Her family was desperate for answers, clinging to hope that she might still be alive. However, as the hours turned into days, that hope began to fade. Detectives began to piece together the timeline of Kylee's last known movements, and all evidence seemed to point in one direction, toward her boyfriend, Gregory Groom. From the very start, Gregory Groom was at the center of the investigation. Detectives noted his inconsistent statements and nervous demeanor during questioning. He initially denied knowing anything about Kylee's whereabouts, but his story didn't add up. Witnesses also reported seeing the couple together on the day she disappeared. The most damning piece of evidence, however, was the text message Kylee sent to her sister. Investigators knew it was no coincidence. If Kylee felt compelled to send that warning, there had to be a reason. Police began to zero in on Groom, combing through his property and questioning his associates. The gruesome discovery. After days of searching, investigators made a devastating discovery. Near Groom's home, buried in a shallow grave, they found the body of Kylee Monteiro. The grim discovery confirmed the family's worst fears. Kylee's life, and the life of her unborn child, had been violently stolen. The medical examiner later determined that Kylee had been stabbed multiple times during a violent altercation. The brutality of the attack stunned even seasoned investigators. It was clear that this was no accident or momentary lapse. It was a deliberate act of rage. Confronted with mounting evidence, Gregory Groom eventually broke down and allegedly confessed to the crime. According to authorities, Groom admitted to stabbing Kylee during a heated argument. After the attack, he panicked, attempting to cover his tracks by burying her body near his property. The details of the confession were chilling. Groom allegedly revealed that the argument stemmed from tensions surrounding Kylee's pregnancy and their future together. Detectives believe that Kylee's attempts to assert herself and protect her unborn child may have triggered Groom's violent outburst. A community in mourning. News of Kylee's death devastated the town of Rehoboth. Vigils were held in her honor, with hundreds of community members gathering to mourn the young woman whose life was stolen too soon. Friends and family described her as a bright soul with endless potential, someone who deserved to experience the joys of motherhood and adulthood. Her sister, who received Kylie's final text, has since spoken publicly about the crushing weight of that message. She has described the guilt of not being able to save her, despite knowing the danger she was in. For Kylie's family, the grief is compounded by the knowledge that her unborn child was also taken that day. Gregory Groom has since been charged with murder, and prosecutors are preparing a case that will no doubt be closely followed nationwide. The prosecution is expected to rely heavily on the chilling text message Kylie sent as evidence of premeditation and fear for her life. Legal experts believe the case against Groom is strong, given the combination of his confession, the physical evidence, and Kylie's final words. If convicted, Groom faces the possibility of life in prison without parole. The legacy of Kylie's final words. Kylee Monteiro's final text message has become a haunting reminder of the importance of listening to victims when they express fear. Advocates for domestic violence awareness have already begun using her story to highlight the warning signs of abusive relationships. Her words, "If I die, it was Greg," will echo as both a chilling piece of evidence and a call to action. They serve as proof that Kylie recognized the danger she was in, but tragically, it was too late to save her. Her story underscores the urgent need for resources, education, and support systems for young women who may find themselves in similar situations. Conclusion. The murder of 18-year-old Kylee Monteiro, just 11 weeks pregnant, is one of the most harrowing cases to come out of Massachusetts in 2025. Her chilling text message, "If I die, it was Greg," became the crucial piece of evidence that led investigators to uncover the truth and bring her killer to justice. Her story serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers of domestic violence and the importance of believing victims when they speak out. While nothing can undo the tragedy, Kylie's words ensured that her voice would not be silenced. If you found this story compelling and want to stay updated on more real-life crime cases and breaking news stories, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Together, we can honor the memory of victims like Kylie by keeping their stories alive and learning the lessons they leave behind.